What's going on, everybody? It is 9/24, August 3rd, and we are back at the management area in Georgia checking bear cameras today. It's a little sooner than what I would normally check. It's only been a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, right at 2 week mark since I set the cameras out. And normally I let these cameras sit for 4 to 5 weeks before I come check them again. Just because it's a little bit of a drive from my house, and it's bear cameras, so they're not coming through as often as, like, for instance, on a deer trail, basically, or scouting for deer, because a bear's home range is a lot larger than a deer. So, with that said, I let them sit a lot longer, and yeah, this is how I like to do it. But anyways, it's been right at 2 weeks, but I got this week off, and it's like, you know what? I want to go check these cameras. I have literally nothing else to do. All the rivers by the house are extremely high and in the woods, flooded out due to all the rain we've been getting. So fishing is kind of out of the question for the most part, at least what I like to do. So with that said, we're here checking cameras today, bringing y'all along again, because I told y'all earlier this year that I wasn't really sure about these camera check videos, if I really wanted to make them or not, because it's not really too much into it. But y'all kept telling me in the comments that you love these videos and you want me to keep bringing them to you. So with that said, as a squirrel is dropping pine cones out the tree, with that said, I'm bringing y'all along today. So hopefully we're going to have some good results just in this 2 weeks. And we've got 4 cameras out here to check. 2 of them are in completely different locations. That looked really good. One of them was where the cell camera was at. That was jacked up, so I couldn't really see what was on there. So I'm really curious to see what's on that camera. And today's weather is, I don't know how the camera's really picking it up, but extremely overcast, very misty rain, on and off sprinkling rain. And it's only 73 degrees, so it feels very nice. The mosquitoes are still pretty active, but it feels very good. So I'm going to shut up now because I'm talking a lot. We're going to go check this first camera. Well, as you can see, it's pretty thick in here. I'm ducking and dodging all these limbs. But the further you get in, it opens up really nice. Look at this little opening here. And then it gets back in here, it gets real thick again. So you just got one little natural opening. And as you can see, all the daggone water in here. My camera's right here. This is the camera that had the 2 bears at one time. Let's go see what it's got now. Well, it wasn't too bad. I got 1 bear on camera in a week time frame. Granted, it was just like a couple days after I set the camera out, but it was in the daylight, so that's a plus. And in a week and a half time frame, we got a bear on camera. So with that said, pretty happy. It's kind of small bear, but I'm pretty sure it was a legal bear. I gotta look at the pictures again. I kind of just scrolled through them real quick to see. Also had 2 does on camera a couple days before that bear came through. But other than that, that's all we had. So anyways, as people are texting me, we're gonna head on to the next one. It's starting to mist rain a little bit heavier now, and I heard some thunder in the distance, but we still got 3 more cameras to check, and honestly, the next cameras are really the ones that I care the most to check. This one here was just a spot too good not to leave it, because the last time I came, it had the 2 bears on camera at one time. So we're still leaving it again. Check the batteries are fine, so we'll leave that camera for a little while longer, and we're going to go check those other 3, which I have the most excitement to check. So we'll go see what those got now. It's a little wet out here, but we going for it. Momentum, boys, momentum. little slick. We're going to the spot now where I had that cell camera that messed up on me the previous time that I had them out, and I replaced it with the regular cameras that I use. So we're gonna go check this one now, and honestly don't know what to expect, because I mean it has only been a week and a half time frame, but I'm excited to check it because the spot just, well, y'all have seen it. If you watched the last video, you saw it. It is just filled with daggum bear sign. Crazy. Plenty of mosquitoes too, but filled with daggum bear sign. So I'm very curious to see what this camera holds just in this week and a half time frame. Hopefully we got something good. Alright, I didn't film me grabbing the camera and stuff, you know, all those little extras that I show, just because it started raining a little harder. I didn't want the camera to get wet, so I put it in my backpack. But, as y'all seen, wow, that's a big old bear now. I mean, that is, I bet you that is the one that is making all of this marking around here. I put money on it. That was a big old son of a gun. And my heart dropped a little bit. Whew, it made me get that little tight chest feeling when I was going through the pictures, because a darn pine limb fell about 20 yards from me and smashed into the palmettos. And I thought that big boy was coming at me. I ain't gonna lie. It got the heart going real quick. But anyhow, that's why I'm like looking back and forth now. That's a big old rascal. I'm telling you, I'm so happy. That's a big, big bear. So, needless to say, I'm happy. But, with all that said, and the picture shown, that was in a week and a half time frame. So, I'm happy with those results. Now, the next time I come out here, it's going to be in about 2.5 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks roughly, is my next trip that I have planned, which was actually the original trip I had planned to come out here. But like I said, I just had time to kill, so that's why I came out here today. But anyways, we got 2 bears here, one little small bear, and then we got that other bear that's really big. So with everything said now, I'm happy. That's a big bear. Pretty sure it's a big boar. And I put money on it that he's the one making all this markings on the trees around here that's really tall. And we got that big one, we got a really tiny one, and then we got an in-between bear. So there's 3 bears here. Very happy. So this is, like I told y'all, if you watched my prior video, you heard me say it. This spot's about 200 yards from where I killed my bear last season. And I'm telling you, this must be some hot spot for him, obviously. But anyways, got that camera set back up, and we're going to check the last 2 cameras, which is a new location. I haven't had cameras ever before, but there was one tree I found with marking on it last time I was out here, and I found some big tracks. So, set 2 cameras up over there about, I'd say 200, 250 yards apart. So, with all that said, we're back at the truck, so I'm going to shut up, get in this thing, and go ahead to the next one, because I'm excited now. Alright, heading now to check camera number 3 of the day. This camera and the next camera are the ones that are in a completely different area that I've never set cameras before. So, don't really know what to expect. There was plenty bear tracks here where I'm at, when I came the last time. I didn't film me coming in here because I didn't really know what to expect. It was a new spot and I just didn't feel like filming it. So with that said, there were some big bear tracks, a little bigger than my hand, and well, some bigger than my hand actually. But anyhow, I'm gonna check them and hopefully we got some good pictures. This camera I'm going to first, I have the most hope in. The second camera, which is about 250 yards roughly away from this one, is just set up on where 3 fire breaks meet. There was no tracks that I could see because it was actually raining when I was setting that camera out, so I was just trying to get another camera out. I wasn't really concerned with finding any sign in that spot. So I know there's somewhere in the area for that camera in particular because there's sign over here, so I know the bears go over there. But anyways, we're gonna check this camera, see what we got. All right, coming up to camera number 3, right here. Notice the last 2 cameras I've put up pretty high above my head. I did that because obviously I don't want the bears getting it, but I know for a fact that there's bears in this area and in the last area. So I put it up nice and high so that way it's out of sight. It's not eye level, because if it's eye level with bear or with deer even, when they see it, if it's not camouflaged in real good, when they see it, it can spook them. Not more so the bears, but the deer, it'll spook the deer. Have you ever noticed you get a picture of a buck staring at a camera, like I'm staring at you right now, and that's about the only picture you get of them? Because it spooks them off. But this camera, the tree is bigger than the camera, so it doesn't make it stick out, and it's way above eye level. So that also helps it from being caught as well. But with the bears, when they see it, they want to bite it and move it around. So that's why I put it up high for the bears. But anyways, let's check this thing. As you can see, it's pretty thick here on my left side, and it's like that on both sides. Just really thick. But we're at camera number 4. Don't know what to expect, except mosquitoes. Here we are, right there. Had a nice buck, definitely shoot that joker, and then that bear, and the camera was dead. So I don't even know when it died, or those pictures when they were, because when I came to set it up last time, it wasn't letting me change anything. I was pressing the buttons, but the camera wasn't doing nothing, but it was still working, as in taking pictures. So I was like, whatever. So that's why I just set it up. Like I told y'all, this camera's just set up just to throw it up. So anyways, I got it working now though. I don't know what it was, but I changed the batteries out and I was able to adjust the time and the date on there, so now everything is accurate like it's supposed to be. Now just hopefully it'll stay going. I think one problem is I bought some off-brand batteries, like a 150 pack for like $20 some of AA's. It was the alkaline, which is good for that camera, but it's an off-brand. So anyways, that might be one problem why it died, because the last time I came out here it had the same problem. It died before, within just a few days. But anyways, got that set to go. Now that's all for this place. I think it was a pretty good day. 3 out of 4 cameras got bear on them. Every camera had critters on it. But got us a couple does, got us a nice buck, got us a big old bear, and some smaller bears. But all in all, today was a very good day. Very thankful to be out here, and just to be out here in general, but be able to see all these pictures, these bear and deer, gets me just so excited for the coming season, especially because these were daylight pictures of these bears. So anyways, as long as they keep doing what they're doing, we'll be all right. But I can tell you, I'm going to be more than likely hunting the spot I'm going to call the main spot. I'm going to try to remember that's what the name is, but we're going to call it the main spot because we've got multiple bears using the same trail in daylight and at night, but in daylight, which is a key factor. That big bear, one thing I did notice, the pictures I got of him, the first picture was at 9:30 in the morning. And then 3 days later, I got another daylight picture of him at 9:01 a.m. And that was 3 days later. So, and today would actually be the 4th day from that picture, or the 5th day from that picture. So, anyways, with all that said, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I get hesitant with making these videos because sometimes there's not really much to it. But I know from the comments y'all have left, some of y'all at least enjoy these videos, which is all that matters, is that some of y'all like it. So I'm gonna keep on making them, and hopefully my next trip out here, we're gonna have some same results or better results than what we had today. Hoping and praying that big boy shows back up on camera again, consistent. This time we're gonna let the camera sit for about 2.5, 3 weeks roughly. It'll be the next trip I got planned to come out here. We'll check it and see what we got. But before that happens, on a side note, gator season here in Florida starts in less than 2 weeks. It's like 12 days to be exact. And I've got a permit for opening week. So August 15th at 5 p.m. I will be, hopefully, eyes on the gator going to them. I already got some good ones scouted out. As long as they stick around, we'll be in business. So, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please give the video a like, comment on here. It really does help my views and helps the video get above other folks' videos, which in turn brings more audience, which is what this channel is all about. Bring more audience and educate more people, and to bring more true enjoyment to the great public lands that we own. We all own these public lands. So it just has government on it, but we own it. That's what taxes do. Anyways, I'm gonna get off that note. Anyways, I appreciate y'all, and I will see you in the next video, which hopefully will be me killing a big old gator. At least the next main video. Big video. Big me killing a gator. See y'all then.